Hey everyone, and welcome back to Open. The International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival is celebrating its 10th anniversary of showcasing diverse film representing Puerto Rican culture. This year's festival will be honoring actress Rosalind Sanchez with the 2020 IPRHFF Vanguard Award for her efforts in her contributions in film and human and animal rights. And joining us to discuss this year's film lineups, we welcome founder and CEO Veronica Caicedo and filmmakers Jose Ricardo Garcia and Miguel Medina. Hello and welcome everyone.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Thank you for being here with us and congratulations Veronica on 10 years of this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's 10 years already.
10 years already. Can you believe it? My son is 10. 10 years later, it's just, me estoy poniendo vieja.
No, that's not why I said it for. I applaud you for being able to sustain this festival and doing it passionately, because I know it's one of your passion projects, and the fact that every year comes, it gets bigger and you have more involvement and you get more people, and then you have celebrities like Rosalind Sanchez being a contribution and being awarded. It's I applaud you. It's something for you to just bask in under knowing that, wow, you've kept this alive for 10 years. I mean, I know you're not doing it by yourself, but you're spearheading it. So congratulations.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me on your show. It's been a great ride, I have to say. Nothing in life is easy, so challenges are always happening, like this year, you know, with this pandemic going on. But I'm always that person that I just don't want. I hate canceling anything, so we need to keep moving.
Yeah, and you are. And so this is a really huge undertaken, right? It's a huge ordeal to take on, right? Because you've got all these films that are being submitted for a select few slots, and now you had to convert it into a virtual execution. So, I mean, you know, we can't go into the full details of what that process was like, but just in a more consolidated manner, explain to us how it is that this whole thing is being executed.
You know, well,
I should say.
It's unfortunate that we cannot be in person this year, but with that said, the beauty of technology is in place. So because of it, we're able to then take the films that have been submitted and digitally showcase them. So it's great because the opportunities for distribution and anything beyond what you would do in a regular film festival, in-person film festival, it's actually being done on a remote level. So with that said, I have to say that although it's something brand new for me, I'm extremely proud at how things are going, and you know, there'll always be mistakes along the way, but we just have to work on it and keep thriving.
And so where we are now, how many films have already been screened?
I believe it's been probably like 15, 20 films.
15, 20 films, and how many do we have to look forward to for the rest of the weekend?
You have an additional, each film is being played twice during the festival. So if you've missed it, you have the opportunity to see it again during the weekend.
All right, so before we introduce the filmmakers that we have here with us on air today, just share some of the genres that are being showcased.
So we've, since last year, you know, we always take a lot of suggestions from our audiences and our filmmakers. So we have included, in addition to the common ones, which are, you know, horror and adventure, animation, we've included music videos, and we've also included web series.
Wonderful, interesting. And so, Jose Ricardo Garcia, hello and welcome. Thanks for being here. You're not even here in New York, right? You're actually zoomed in from
Maryland.
From Maryland. Look at that. That's the other benefit of these circumstances, and that's me looking on the bright side. So I mean, think about it, right? You're part of this film festival, you're over there in Maryland, and you're communicating with us here in New York, specifically in the Bronx. I understand that you're into short films and documentaries, but this particular submission is based on music videos. You want to share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very lucky and grateful to be a part of this film festival, and the fact that they added the music video category. I do a lot of short documentaries for my full-time job, and this past year I did a couple of music videos for 2 Puerto Rican artists, and then when I saw that the festival was taking music videos, I decided to submit. And the good thing is that my music videos are short stories in itself, so they play like a movie. So it
That's
works both
awesome.
ways.
That's awesome. And I think that to me, on a personal note, is a universal language, right? It's almost like its own poetic storytelling, because the music is actually telling the story, right?
Yeah, yeah, and it's very. I love the genre because you can feel free to express in many visual ways. You don't have to. You're not stuck. Like in a film, usually you have to make logical sense. In a music video, you get to be more playful.
So when is your screening this weekend?
So 12 o'clock on Saturday.
On Saturday, yours is screening. And then we have Miguel Medina, who's another filmmaker, Puerto Rico on My Mind. Is that the name of your film?
Correct.
Yeah. So tell us about how Puerto Rico's on your mind.
So I got the inspiration from, I was supposed to go to Puerto Rico for my birthday in May. But of course, due to the pandemic, that went down south. So I decided to make a project about that, and I did it all in one day. I shot it, I edited everything in one day. Going to sleep at 5 in the morning, completing everything, and it was all worth it. I mean, Puerto Rico is a beautiful island. I've never been there, but hopefully next year when things calm down more, I get to go over there. And it was a blessing to make a project about Puerto Rico. I'm Dominican, but I have a lot of Puerto Rican friends and colleagues, and it was just an amazing to make that project.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. I mean, we always say que somos primo, but it's just lovely that you were like so hung up on getting over there that you were like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a film about it.
Yeah, for sure. And that's important. You, as us Latinos, we all gotta learn and understand other cultures as well, not just your own. And that's what it's all about. We have to be united. We have to understand one another and each other's culture.
Exactly. We certainly made a difference in the election. Moving on. And so, Veronica, except for those people in Florida, I'm not going to say what cultura.
That's another topic in itself. Maybe filmmakers will submit a whole bunch of films regarding the elections of this year.
I like that. So, this also alludes to the criteria that people have to meet in order to qualify in this festival.
Yes, I mean, well, it is a Latino film festival. I call it a all people's film festival. I have a film that's in the festival, currently in the festival now, that's actually from Iran. So and it's wonderful and it's beautiful, and I'm honored to have people from all over the world submit and be a part of our culture and our celebration in Latino community, especially now that we're celebrating Puerto Rican Heritage Month. The goal of the festival is to really, emphasize who we are as a people and give ourselves the opportunities that other filmmakers and other film festivals do. So to be a part of the competition process, you need to have either someone who's, in key roles, director, producer, writer, and actor that's Puerto Rican or Puerto Rican descent. You can be from Alaska, but if you have a Puerto Rican actor, or even if the theme is about Puerto Rico, or if it's filmed in Puerto Rico, well, then you have the opportunity to be part of the competition part. If it's not, if you don't have that, then you still have to go through the submission process and if selected or not. And if you are selected, you won't be a part of the competition, but you will be part of being screened and being part of the festival. And the films need to be also within a year old to be part of the festival, of the competition festival and the festival.
Got it. Got it. That's lovely. So before we go, which we have to go, I wish we could just sit here and talk.
I don't want to go.
No, I never want to go. I love this festival. I love that you are able to somehow produce every single year despite the circumstances. And so, but I do want people to know that Rosalind Sanchez is going to be awarded on Friday evening. So I just want those details before we go, and I send everybody to the website.
So yes, so unfortunately she won't be joining us in person, but she will be virtual with us to receive the 2020 IPRHFF Vanguard Award for her distribution to communities of animal rights, human rights. We'll be showing on that on Friday night her first debut premiere in New York City of the her film Satos. She's actually crossed over into directing films. So so we're honored to have her, and we're blessed how every year we get the opportunity to highlight someone who's Puerto Rican and who has done a lot to our communities.
Especially when it's a woman, I'm just saying. No, we love you, men too. And I just want to acknowledge you, gentlemen, for your work. And thank you for being here with us. Jose Ricardo Garcia and Miguel Medina. Thank you, of course, as always, Veronica Caicedo, founder of the International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival. And you guys, if you want to participate, the 10th Annual International Puerto Rican Heritage Film Festival is actually already taking place. And that's going to be happening through November 15th. And for more information, you can visit IPRHFF.org. All right, don't go anywhere. Bobby C's Weekly Sports Roundup is coming up next.